Hi everyone, it's Sandy and thank you for joining me. I'm going to be showing you how to make these really fun shakers using this really fun candy shape die set. It was sent to me by KSCRAFT. I did have another video where I showed you guys some of the dies that were sent to me from KSCRAFT, and one of the die set was this really fun candy shape a die set, and you get a whole heap of different shapes for you to make these really fun shakers with them. And so I'm going to show you in this video how to assemble one of these dies into a shaker for you, and I'm going to go ahead and show you how to do it in this video now. But before I show you, I'll just show you some of the projects and how they do look like when they're complete. This is one of them here. With this one here, I used some vellum paper to make the shaker part, so you could still see all of the pretty sequins. The only difference with the vellum to the clear acetate sheet, the colors of your sequin mix is a little bit softer when you look at it because of the vellum, and this is the clear acetate, and you get to see more of the brighter colors. So for those that don't have any acetate sheets, you can still use a vellum. It still looks really pretty. So these were the larger size round shape candy die, which is this one here, and then the smaller one is this one here, which I've turned into a little a paper clip that you could place on your planner, or you could place it on some Happy Mail or send it as a gift, and that's this size here. So it's still a really good size, even though it's much smaller. Then these ones here are the larger rectangle shape candy wrapper. And I've done the same here. I used some vellum, and this one here is with the clear. So that's the larger size. Then that's the smaller one here, which is this one here. And I also made this one into a paper clip. They also give you these die shapes, which is like a peppermint, to make the peppermint candy shaker. When you run these ones through the machine, you get 4 little pieces of these little shapes. You then just place it on top of your shaker window to create a little peppermint style shaker candy wrapper. I used some glitter paper on for the peppermint shape. Alright, so I'll put these to the side, and we're going to make one out of the larger size circle candy wrapper. So I'll put that here. So when you want to make your shaker, you're going to want to cut your pieces out, and I'll show you what pieces you need to cut out. I'm going to make my one into a keyring dangle for my shaker. Alright, so you get this piece if you're going to make this size, and it's the same with all the other sizes, and it the shapes are just a slightly different size. So to make the large circle candy wrapper, you'll need this size die, you'll need this shape, and I think that's about all you need. Yeah, so you just need these two, and the same with the circle one. You'll just match them up to whichever size. These ones are together, so those two together, and this one here will be for your larger size, and then you got your smaller one for the smaller candy wrapper here. So you just mash them up together. Alright, so what you're going to do, you're going to cut some pieces out. You want to cut one piece of paper using your preferred pattern paper for your base for the candy wrapper, and this one here you're going to also want to cut a piece to match, or whatever piece you want, and that will be this frame bit. So you're going to want to cut you'll cut a piece of that out. When you cut this out, it'll cut out like that, and then you'll have this extra piece. Then you can just use that on other projects and use that as embellishments, or anything you like. So you'll get an extra little piece here, which is your circle piece. But you'll need those two. You'll also need to have some foam. You'll want to cut a piece of foam using this one here. Again, that will cut through like that. You'll get this little piece. You can then use that also for another project. But you'll just need those two pieces. You will need some clear acetate or your vellum sheet. And you want to also cut that out using the candy wrapper shape die. I'll just place it on the black sheet so you can see what you'll need. Put all that to the side so you can see. So these are the pieces that you are going to cut out. So you'll cut a piece of acetate with that size, some designer paper or your preferred printed paper also with that size, one piece of your printed paper with that, and some foam. So there's only 4 pieces that you need for this project. But because I'm going to be making a keyring, I cut out another piece of this one here, which I will use as a backing on the back of that to make the shaker more sturdy. But you don't have to do that if you don't want to, but I did cut another piece. So I'll just put that to the side. You'll also need your sequin mix of your choice. And now we can go ahead and put this together. So the first thing we're going to do is you grab your base, which is your pattern paper. You'll grab your foam that we've cut out. You're going to need some glue. And we're going to apply the glue around the edge of the foam. When I get my glue out. Sorry, just grab the other glue. So it's coming. So we're just going to place your glue just around the edge. Okay, not too much if you can, because once you press it down, you don't want all the glue to seep out through the outside of your foam sheet. So just drop that on the top, or on top of your base, so it'll line up with the circle bits. So that's what we're going to do. Just going to press that down gently. Just now grabbing your sequin mix. I'm just going to drop a little bit in here. Just going to hold that down. Sometimes you get a bit of the glue around the sequins when you drop it in, and then they just get stuck. So just going to spread that out and just apply, or just drop in as much as you want so that you can shake around. I think that's enough for me. Okay, so we now have your acetate sheet or your vellum sheet to make the window, which is this one here. We're going to cut out this piece and this piece out, and we're just going to cut it around to create a circle, which I'm just going to do that now. I might just do it this way so I can see. So just cutting that out because we don't need that. And then the same for this side. Right, so you'll have your acetate to look sort of similar like a circle shape, because that's going to now go on top of your foam. Just place that there. I'm just going to now grab some more of that glue, just being very careful you don't drop any glue onto your sequins, because sometimes you'll just get stuck and it's hard to get out. Okay. So if you have a fine tip glue, that would be probably a better, more ideal, and just enough so that it's going to be able to seal the window. Just trying to make sure my glue doesn't grab onto the sequence. Okay, that should do it. Okay. Now grab your window sheet. We're going to drop that on the top, making sure that all lines up. Just going to place it so we can see. Just going to, and that will close up all the sequins so then it doesn't come out. We're just about there. Just line everything up as best you can. Alright, so we're just about there. As you can see now, all the sequence is encased inside the window. We'll grab the piece that's going to go now on the top, and we're just going to, we'll apply the glue onto here better, I think. Just to the back of here, same thing, just applying a small amount just around the edge. If you hear that in the background, that's my daughter. She's playing she's watching a movie, I think. Alright, so we just now drop that on the top. We'll just move that and just line it all up. Gently. And you've created your shaker. It's not as hard as it looks to make it. And there you have your nice candy wrapper shaker, all ready for you to add to your project, or you can gift it. But I'm going to add this piece here now to the back of this side to make it more sturdy. I'm going to just turn this over. I'm just going to place some glue to the back, more so around the edge. And then grabbing this, just place it there. Once all that glue is all set, you can even write a message here on the back as well if you wanted to. Or, if you wanted to use a paper clip, before I finish it off, before you adhere this backing, place your paper clip first to the shaker with some good glue or some hot glue, using a hot glue gun, and then you can place this on the backing and to make it neat like I have here. So that's just how I've done mine. So if you wanted to use a paper clip, that's how you do that. I'm just going to use my We Are Memory Keepers hole punch now. I'm just going to punch out a little hole. I might use the larger size. Just to one end of the wrapper. If you have an eyelet, you can use an eyelet as well to make the hole nice and sturdy, but I'm just going to punch it out like that. And I have one of these little ball chain that's got a little closure on the end here. I'm just threading that through the little hole that I've just punched out, and then close it up. And that just makes this really fun shaker, lolly wrapper shaker. And if you want to be more creative, you can add some tulle. I've got some tulle here. I have some white tulle, and I'm going to just fold that in half and just place it on here. Just going to tie a knot. Just to give it more decoration on the chain. So I've just tie that up. And I'm just going to cut the end. Spreading that out. And then you can add some charms, add some dangle beads on there. And add a tag. You can add a tag to it as well, and you can add your message onto a tag. if you wanted to. So I'm just going to do that, and I think that's another fun little way to add a little bit of decoration. I'll go this way. Hang on a second. I might just turn it the other way. Go this way. I wanted the bow on the front. So that's just some more ideas for you to make this little shaker. I think that's really cute. I'll place that so you can see. And some more idea for you to make a shaker and how you can make the shaker using the KSCRAFT die set. I will put the link to their store and also put the link to my project share for you with all my other projects using their dies. I do hope you enjoyed this simple and easy tutorial on how to make these really fun lolly shaper shakers, and I will see you all soon. Bye.